Hello and welcome back. Okay, so here we have Raban. And if you recall, I was struggling a bit, deciding what the hell to do with him. And I decided against polearms because, of course, we already have two very capable polearms in Horik and Fahad. And also we found this guy, Swain, who is, I think, just barely good enough to keep around. We'll see how I feel later on. And he's going to be yet another polearmer. Well, he already has the polearm mastery perk. He's not a cultist yet though, so he might not be with us for long. Or he might just die, or I might get tired of him. So anyways, we found this axe in a store, a reach axe, so I decided to go with reach axes. Now, that kind of works with this guy, since that also gives him, well, first up, he does have Berserk, so he can do the strike attack, kill someone, and attack again with Berserk. Fatigue might be a bit of an issue, but we do have the Voice of Davkul ability to alleviate such issues. He also does have the Bearded Blade from Axe Mastery for a 2-tile range disarm, so that's pretty nice. However, it's pretty costly as well. So if he had Finesse or perhaps Battle Flow or both, I could have maybe considered Second Wind to go along with this. And also my decision making would have been far easier if he had access to Quick Hands, because that would enable him to carry like a one-handed axe or something. I could have gone with cleavers, for example, and gone with a whip plus, well, some kind of other cleaver. Anyways, this is how we are doing it. I also did already give him rotation. That also takes some fatigue. So we'll see how this actually works out in the end, since he doesn't have any kind of fatigue reduction abilities apart from the axe mastery. So yes, that remains to be seen. I guess we could eventually maybe find the same weapon with -3 fatigue cost instead of chance to hit the head. But how likely is that? Anyways, it's not a big deal. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not necessarily completely satisfied with this, but since he rolled so poorly with both melee defense and range defense, I decided to go with a reach option, and while polearms would have made perhaps more sense, we are already doing all of the polearming that we want at this point, I'd say. And then, perhaps more interestingly, we had Bertwin here succeed with his promised potential, and this is what I ended up with. So there were a ton of options with this guy. One would have been a fairly boring but safe two-handed axe. One would have been to go with Weapon Master plus Quick Hands and do something with that. Perhaps like I could have done axes and then purchased spears, because spears cost no fatigue to use. Or I could have done flails, just flails, or flails plus something. So many options, but I ended up actually purchasing Sword Mastery for him, because we already had two of these, well, these two very nice famed swords. So this sword/cleaver with enhanced damage and enhanced armor damage. So 4 AP attack and 8 fatigue. Also, he does have combo, so that's the reason we are using two weapons. Combo and quick hands. So combo, all skills that you have not used yet this round during your turn cost -2 action points, except the first skill you use each round during your turn. So his other sword is this one, the well-crafted Wind Slasher Warbrand, which most people dislike at least a little bit, but it's a pretty good weapon, at least if it's a famed one. And this one is pretty good. Weapon skills cost -3 fatigue and more armor penetration from this. 4 AP attack with also the swing and riposte. And also, yes, this weapon also has a riposte. And that is why I decided to take N-Guard here. So I was I did want 9 lives in the build, but I decided ultimately against it. We'll see how much I regret it, because he also doesn't have Steel Brow, and he doesn't have something like Anticipation, which, well, I wouldn't take with 18 range defense, but you get what I mean. And Fatigue might actually be an issue, because he's going to be attacking very, very many times, ideally. So he has Berserk, he has Combo. I also gave him Vigilant. So the only help he has is Finesse for Fatigue cost reduction. Well, Sword Mastery as well, of course. And yes, this weapon has -3. So with this weapon, the slash attack is 4 AP and 5 Fatigue. So the idea here is to mostly use this weapon, perhaps, though we'll see how it actually works out in practice. And then, with the help of Quick Hands, at some point switch into this. And with the help of Combo, the first attack here, the Cleave, will actually cost 2 AP, not 4. Or vice versa. So the slash will be discounted occasionally. And we also do have the swing option, though, yes, we perhaps won't have the actual stamina to keep on using that. So we might want to improve his fatigue in the veteran levels. So we'll see how this works out. It is going to be both good, but also potentially a bit too much because of the fatigue issues. We'll see, we'll see. And also I do now have the option of using perhaps like a Swayhander, or even this weapon if I'd really like, just for the sword thrust attack, which is pretty good. But yeah, we can switch once per round for free with the quick hands, so keep that in mind. He's also wearing kind of light armor at the moment, which we'll see if he's actually able to survive with that. He does have 53 melee defense and 95 hit points, but headshots will be devastating. We know how those can go. I've also switched some armors around, so Dieter here is wearing this thematic set once again. And this guy, Farid, is wearing the aspect of Davkul. And one thing I'll point out is that I think I made perhaps a bit of a mistake taking Killing Frenzy on both of these guys, because other options would have been better. So for Dieter, I think I would have liked to have Anticipation. He came very close to death last time, or was it the time before that? Well, anyways. And even Pathfinder, I think, might be better than this, though he does have the Vanquisher to move around the battlefield. And for Farid, fatigue is currently an issue, because he's also not a cultist. So we need to make sure that he sticks around. But anyways, because he's not a cultist, the Voice of Davkul ability does not affect him. So, yeah. And one thing that could have helped a lot is the Rush of Battle perk, which I, for some reason, didn't really even consider. I guess I was a little bit tired when I came up with this build. And also, one thing to note, I guess, is that I could have done the very same thing with Farid that I ultimately did with Berthwin, because he also has combo and swords. And yeah, so I could have done, well, not quite the same thing, kind of the same thing with him. Who knows if that would have been better, perhaps that way. And also to note, he does have 9 lives, so we'll actually see eventually, I guess, whether that will make any kind of difference or not. Is it a wasted perk? Who knows. But yes, this guy, Farid, also does not possess the Steel Brow perk, which I do enjoy a lot. I am a firm believer in Steel Brow, which I would have taken, I think, over 9 lives at this point in the run. Early on, maybe 9 lives is better, but anyway. So there we go. So yes, a couple of armors are switched around, and at some point I would like to upgrade Berthwin's armor. But anyways, this is what we're going with. And yes, like I said, could have done so many things here. We'll see if I'm happy with this or not. But it is what it is. We will have more opportunities. But yeah, I guess the primary reason to go with this was that I just had these two weapons that I wasn't using. So this is a way to use both of them. Let's see here. So we still have Sir Sven's splitter, the two-handed famed axe, which is pretty good. We also have the Conqueror's Render, which is a 6 AP cleaver. Could also be using that, I guess, but I don't know. And then we have the Conqueror's Mallet, which is, well, it's okay. Not sure if I want to use this, since we already have a better hammer in use, but those are options for the future, I guess. So there we go. That is that covered. Alright, so now we have two people with riposte, Mattis and Bertwin. Now, one thing to note as well, we'll see how this works out in practice, but Enguard, so if you use, well actually you don't even need to use riposte. So I wonder how well this Enguard recover one action point whenever an opponent misses a melee attack against you. So I wonder how well this works in conjunction with Vigilant. We'll see. Will it actually make an impact or not? I'm going to predict that it does, but not necessarily as much as one would like. Usually, at least. Anyways, that about covers it. So let's see here. When was the sacrifice? Day 441. Okay. And we also do still have all of our indebted. So we don't necessarily need to go south. But yes, if we don't go south, what do we want to do in that case? That is a good question. Let's see here. So there's some bandit locations that we could maybe deal with. Scattered all over the place. Well, maybe not all over the place. The most doable of them is, of course, this place, the Hanging Man Fort, which we've kind of been close to doing a couple of times, but we've skipped it for one reason or another. Anyways, also let's take a look here at the recruits. I don't remember if we looked at them. I guess we probably did. So we're still looking for a bannerman. And also, yes, one thing to note. I did purchase Nimble for Swain, the polearm trainee. So now he has that, which will be his choice for an armor perk. So yeah, we are doing pretty well. I mean, it is day 448, so we should be doing pretty well if we're this far. But the thing is, the camps in Hardened are really hard. So even with a team like this, casualties can happen easily. But we kind of, yes, we can, it seems, field kind of a fully leveled lineup. So the lowest level to be fielded in the top lineup seems to be level 11 at this point. So it might be time to take some risks again. This location being on a hill does kind of disincentivize me from attempting it, perhaps. And this one is also on a hill. We are on the Goblin Ambition, but as we all know, goblins are kind of annoying. We could potentially do some goblin locations though, maybe. Currently, I don't really want to do so. So I think we'll go perhaps to Hohenturm and we'll take a look if this place is doable. And then we'll take a look at maybe this place and also the Hanging Man Fort perhaps. We'll go somewhat in that general direction, I think. We also do now possess the broken ritual armor. So if we find the Ichi Rock, we definitely should be able to do that. In any case, let's move out. So first up, take a look at the Throatcutter's Burrow. You also see a brigand group. So this probably did come out of there. So we'll see if that the lineup is weaker there. So they have a Master Archer Champion and a Master Archer, some Sharpshooters, a Robber Baron, a Hedge Knight, many Highwaymen, some Killers, and indeed it is on a hill. So that is quite nasty. I think we'll probably skip, but we'll definitely fight this group. And yes, if we do want to actually achieve our goals, we absolutely have to fight Necrosavants at some point. So that's going to be interesting and fun, surely. So there's this place here, Coven of No Return. Nomen est omen. Anyways, so deal with these brigands here. So the leveling lineup is in. Let's see, I would like to see how Bertmin here performs in battle. Let's leave out Fahad. So yeah, now we do have the front line under control. Raban, yes, Raban in, I guess, since he's a leveler. So let's leave out... I'll leave out Sven this time. Alright, so there we go. So the levelers are in the back line. 3 people are leveling. And none of them this time actually have promise potential, so... Yes, indeed, there is no 50-50 chance that they will be left behind if they fail. Also, I did decide what to do with Walther, so... he has 4 perks planned. I believe he should get 5, so 1 is up in the air. So he will get Weapon Master. We might skip Quick Hands though, because with hybridization he can once per round swap weapons with no shared weapon type. In any case, let's see what these guys want to do. They want to shoot us. Alright, so Bertwin. It's time to shine, I guess. So he doesn't have second wind, so we can perhaps... I don't know, we don't need to think about what to do with him maybe as much. So if I move here, he attacks for 4 AP. So he gets a discount of 2 for the next attack, but he won't have enough AP left. I guess we can just wait and see if one of them comes closer. If one moves like here, then he can walk up, attack twice. That's probably not happening. I guess I can rotate him though. So yeah, would be very nice for Raban to have Finesse, for example. He might not actually be able to do much. But like I said, I probably want to improve his fatigue pool, so... Hopefully I can make it work in a way that feels good. Alright, so Walther the Gunner waits. Carolus does not wait, he goes for it. He ends there. And I need to remember that Farid actually does have the gain ground ability, so to actually use that. Also, he had a bandage, I believe. I took that out, partly for fatigue reasons and partly so that the gain ground ability shows up a bit earlier here in the list, because my memory is not to be relied upon. A brigand leader there. You wait. Okay, I would like to bonk this guy. Hakon does not agree. Oh, how silly of you, Master Archer, to not have... What is it called? Ready to go. You're no master, you're an imposter. So Helmer, now that he's the voice of Davkul, does have so many things to actually do. Anyway, so Bertwin, I could actually use the swing ability here. That means I don't even need to switch weapons if I don't want to. Whoops, never mind. That costs more. Yeah, that costs more. I need to remember these things. And activating riposte actually does nothing. Because we're blitzkrieging. Anyways, he can stay there. For some reason my brain assumed that the swing would be less than 6 AP. Not the case. So that's a minor mistake. Won't matter here though. Anyway, Swain is level 6. Let's be a little bit careful with him. Let's just move like there. And then Walther also is merely level 7. He's going with flexible, since I had to purchase crossbows and firearms. So yeah, he's a bit weak. I would have liked to have gone with Nimble for him. And also he doesn't have combo that my previous gunner did have, so I don't know how well this will ultimately work out, but I guess he'll do some meleeing if the gunnery doesn't seem to be working. And we can always get rid of him, of course, so it's not really a big deal. If I'm dissatisfied, I can get rid of him. Anyways, once again, I need to actually pay attention to what's happening with this gun. So where the hell am I putting this guy? I don't need to shoot the weapon though, so I'll just move there. My melee can surely deal with these bozos. And you can just go around like that. Randolph engages here, I'd say, or actually maybe there. That's a bit more dangerous, but it's also fine. Probably, though this guy can also go for him if so. So I'll just move maybe like there for now. Though they will probably rotate, so it's, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Does it matter? I don't think it really matters. Anyways. Let's just kill some fools here. There you go. So yeah, Farid is excellent. This hammer is excellent, but will he actually have enough stamina to keep it going? Since with combo, I would now use Shatter, which is 21 fatigue. What the? Why was Horik knocked back? Oh, not Shatter. Oh, goddammit. I meant to use Pummel. Jeez. Oh dear, oh dear. Sorry about that, Horik. Well, that was the bone plating. Okay, I need to file a complaint with whoever manufactured my brain, because it's seemingly malfunctioning. But anyways, I meant to use Pummel, not Shatter. Anyway, it won't make a difference. At least it shouldn't. Horik is still grinning, so he's not angry. Anyways, Carolus, let's just go for this guy. Alright, Raban has, yeah, also he's been inspired, so attacking costs 12. So indeed it would be nice to have Battle Flow, or the Finesse, but it is what it is. So activates Berserk and I guess moves there. So he has a bit of melee defense, the capability of taking some blows, so occasionally I will want to use him aggressively. Anyways, this time let's actually see about the combo slash. Oh, actually, never mind. We don't have enough. Well, anyways, eventually I will make it work. I promise. I promise it will work. So do that. I mean, the damage is pretty good. Pretty decent with this weapon. So when we can actually combine Berserk and combo and quick hands into the other weapon, it will be pretty damn good. And I guess if I wanted to, I could activate Riposte here. I mean, sure, why the hell not? Though there's only one person right now who's going to be affected, and will that even be the case? Am I going to just kill him in a moment? I don't know, we'll leave it. This is not the best battle to showcase anything, it seems, because they're both too easy, and I'm kind of screwing things up a bit, but it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Yeah, that guy's dead. That guy's dead. That guy's fleeing. Alright. Just use this, because, yes, what else would I do? Move there. Anticipation. I don't know, maybe we should try that more difficult fight, even if that maybe gets someone killed. It's going to be very painful attacking the hill though. But I feel like we can do quite a bit with this team. And we haven't had like proper casualties in a while, so is it now time to have them again? So well, I guess I don't really care about this net that much at this point, but I still want to kill this guy, so let's get him. Pretty nice also that the Voice of Davkul ability does not have some kind of range. It just affect... Oh, goddammit. Seriously? 95 miss. Well, he actually shouldn't get away. Okay, now we can see. So, would be even better if I had Vanquisher or something. But now he has 7 action points. And if I really wanted to, I could use Decapitation for 2 AP. Pretty nice. So, you can see the potential of this build. If you didn't already. Anyways, there we are. Okay, so let's think about this for a moment. So it shouldn't, if I attack this, it shouldn't be during the daytime. I also don't have a falcon. A falcon would help immensely, especially attacking a hill during the night. So there's going to be 2 master archers, one of them a champion, on a hill, and some sharpshooters. There's a lot. I can deal with their melee quite easily though. As long as the robber baron does not get lucky, or if I don't screw it up, which is definitely possible. Hedge knights are really not that dangerous anymore in the run. Swordmasters can still be, because they're so difficult to hit. But there are no swordmasters here. A lot depends also on how the terrain rolls. I think what we'll do is leave this place, though I can definitely win it. But let's see if I can find a falcon. And if we find one here, which is, I don't know how long of a shot is that, we'll come back here and deal with it. And if not, we'll go and deal with the Hanging Man Fort or this place. I forget what's inside. It's probably like undead. Though if it's undead, they might have ghasts, in which case I can't really do it currently. Because I don't have... Well, I have one instance of Rally. Anyways, here's Godric the Swift. Now, Godric the Swift is a Swordmaster champion, I believe. So I will need nets here. And I will, I guess, assign Mattis as the net guy. Let's leave out... let's take a look at the lineup as well. So other than that, this is a pretty easy fight. Anyways, so we got this weapon from a Swordmaster champion, and he also almost took Dieter down. So we absolutely need to make sure that he is not an issue. Anyways, I need to leave someone out. This is kind of a leveling fight, despite the danger posed by that. I'll leave out Leonhard, even though there's an argument to be made, of course, for bringing the tank against the Swordmaster champion. We'll also quite likely take some injuries against him, so that's going to be painful. Anyways, we can easily deal with most things in the game. Well, I shouldn't say that. The camps are... Some of the camps are definitely still... what is the English word I'm looking for? Why is this so difficult sometimes? Beyond us is what I meant. Because Hardened camp scaling is no joke. Anyways, there he is. Godric the Swift's Glimmer. Well, that's pretty nice. We'll see if it's better than what we're using currently on Mattis. Anyways, also, last time I made the mistake of kind of blindly, since we didn't see the Swordmaster champion for a while. So he kind of surprised us a bit. I wonder how many crossbow bolts and arrows and throwing javelins Randolph has taken so far in this run. Anyways, that should be a Berserk activation, right? Okay, not quite. However, can I actually... No, I'm too far away to use Riposte, right? Unless I step there, maybe? Eh. Anyways, I do like having access to the passing step ability. Especially since, well, if he had Vanquisher, I guess I might have picked that over Tempo. Anyways, kind of a theoretical moot point. I don't know. Just stay where you are and don't activate the riposte. If they're going for Randolph, they like him. So Godric the Swift is going to engage whomever he wants on this flank. I should be careful with Swain. And also I should make sure that Mattis is nearby, because we most likely will need to use that net. Oh, and what the hell, Bertwin? Why are you breaking? Come on. It's some highwayman and a raider. Oh dear. Anyways, I think we will not use the Blitzkrieg yet, but we'll see. Does he actually want to do something? I would imagine he stays where he is instead of moving. Not really need to use that adrenaline. In some fights I will, of course. 1 hit point left. 17 hit points left. Okay. I suppose I'll actually rally. Yeah, we absolutely need a sergeant. If this is what happens against brigands, then we can only imagine what happens against ghaists and the like. One thing that would also immensely help someone like Raban is just having access to Pathfinder. So yes, it's entirely possible I was a little bit too ambitious, trying to use this reach axe like I am. But it's fine, ultimately. Yeah, oh, you're waiting now. We absolutely do want to kill him, of course, so let's not kill too many of them too quickly here. Anyways, I want to see the riposte doing something, but it's not time. I'll do that and activate riposte for 1 AP. And then move like here, maybe? Okay, let's see. This weapon, this shield cannot even shield walls, so will this guy actually kill himself? Okay, not quite, but yes, that works. That definitely works. Okay, you're unstoppable, so... But yes, I want to wait for Godric to actually engage, so we'll lose that unstoppableness. Alright, come on, Godric. Come on. You can do it, Godric. You can do it, Godric. You can do it, Godric. I believe in you, Godric. Come on, there you go. There you go. That's the spirit. Anyways, so now if I switch... I mean, I don't need to kill this guy, obviously. And riposte is still active, so actually I'll move here. Never mind. Hello. How are you guys? Okay, so let's take a look here. It's 35. I mean, we probably don't even need to use the net, now that we've managed to do this. Yeah, seems like. Oh, I'm liking the riposte. I'm definitely liking it. But he is getting really fatigued out really quickly, so... Yeah, and this is a -3 fatigue cost weapon. Anyways. I'll use the Voice of Davkul, actually. And I'll be greedy here and skip using the net. Is that wise? Maybe not, but... we should be able to, obviously, kill this guy. Come on. Like so. There we are. There we are. Hi. So yeah, we're feeling quite strong at the moment. Things can change very quickly though. In Hardened, or, well, in this game in general. And you don't have any of that yet, but I can still do this. Not that it matters. not really using Bertwin's abilities efficiently there, since I didn't actually switch weapons, but it's fine. It's fine here. Though we all know that I will at some point forget to actually use the quick hands combo thing when it matters. Okay, so we've got a famed noble sword. And it seems to be better than the one from earlier. Enhanced damage and more armor penetration. So that's most likely an upgrade. Nice. And actually, yes, we can, if I'd like, have a noble sword as an option for Bertwin. Though he doesn't have duelist. So maybe not. Anyways, so yes, let's compare this sword with, let's see here, this one. Where is it? Here. So armor penetration is 1 lower, damage is obviously higher, armor damage is 10 percentage points lower. This is better, so we will use that. And then Dietrich the Skillful Oathkeeper. Let's see, would you like to use it perhaps? I'm not sure. It's kind of similar. Very similar, in fact. I don't know, it's an option for someone at some point. Maybe we'll put it... Well, then again, let's take a look at this one. 2885, weight 8. What is the other... What the hell? So, more armor penetration than usual. Is that more armor damage as well? I'm a little bit confused. What the... I guess it's more armor damage, but it's a very low roll. Okay, anyways. This is better. So use that. And you can just hold on to this. And also one thing I forgot to mention is that this guy I did, since he had a level, I decided to give him back some belts. So he can carry more things. These guys don't seem to have that. So does toolbox? Yeah, I guess I could get toolbox. There you go. You can carry. We save 1 inventory slot. Okay. And I guess you could also wear these if there's space there. There we are. So almost everyone actually has a famed weapon now. For Randolph, we've not seen even one famed one-handed flail. We've seen one famed two-handed flail. You might remember what happened to that. I do. In any case, here we are at Hohenturm. Have I ever seen, or have you seen, a level 1 character that's so expensive? Bernhard the Oath Taker, 16,000. Ludger the Oath Taker, 6,000. Theoretically possible that one of them, or both of them even, are dumb. How likely is that? I guess I'll try out this guy. He is not dumb. Instead, he has Back to Basics and Man of Steel. Though if I really wanted to, he is a survivor. I could see if he gets brain damage. Gamble on that for 6,700. So how many permanent injuries are there? I'm not really... I mean, I shouldn't gamble like that. Should I? Should I? I mean, for us, this is a semi-low amount of money. We can recuperate quite easily, though, financially. He does not have leadership, so he wouldn't be a sergeant. We are looking for a sergeant specifically. But he could be excellent. But just how lucky do I have to be to actually get brain damage on him? I mean, I guess it's possible that we get like a missing eye and then get him struck down again, and then he gets brain damage. Okay, I shouldn't be doing this, but I'll do it for the entertainment value. If he's good, we'll see if I can get him brain damage. He's not fantastic. So we might skip, but he does have that back to basics. And the melee skill roll is pretty decent. So 65 melee skill. And 6 melee defense, both with 1 star. Did max roll hit points, 66. I mean, initial rolls are pretty good. Pretty good, I'd say. But the stars are a tiny bit lackluster. Anyways, he's projected to be 90 and 31. I mean, we can easily, well, I shouldn't say easily, but we can, as we all know by now, make characters of this caliber with realized potential, where we don't have to both pay many thousands of crowns to get them in the first place, and then see if I can get brain damage on them. But I did say that I will do this for entertainment value, and I guess I will, so now our ignoble goal is to get him killed. And we'll see what he comes back with, if he comes back. So he does have back to basics, and I don't know, we can make something out of him. Perk selection is obviously far greater than someone like, well, Bertwin, for example, has. Well, at least a little bit greater. And as an Oath Taker has all of the armor perks as an option, he probably goes Nimble. Though the most likely scenario, of course, is that he will be dead or dismissed very soon, so he will never actually reach Nimbleness. Anyways, he can be unstoppable and decisive, that's pretty nice. He can have pattern recognition, he can have fresh and furious. He does not seem to have quick hands. No Pathfinder. I'm starting to love Pathfinder more and more. It just enables maneuvering in the battlefield so much better and saves a lot of fatigue and action points. But yeah, that is not here. Weapons-wise, I guess he could go with... well, he has plenty of options. Axes is an option, hammers, maces, or he can just purchase something like swords, maybe. So fatigue does have a star. And, okay, the roll is mediocre to poor. And as an Oath Taker, they aren't quite as... what is the best adjective to use? Well, anyways, they don't quite have as much fatigue as some other backgrounds do, but anyway. So I'll give him... I don't want to send him naked. I'm not that cruel. But let's give him like a... Sure, I will do this. He can have Sir Sven's Splitter. And then he can have, I guess, his old gear. And then we will send him to die. Against something. So Randolph, you'll be sitting out. And we have Ludger the brain damage. Wannabe. Now, again, I will say, this is for entertainment value. This is not actually, I don't think, a good idea, necessarily. But it's an option that you can make when playing cultists. I mean, I guess I could at some point see about doing that with someone else as well, like an adventurous noble perhaps. Because they make excellent, or they can make excellent sergeants. And we need one of those. Anything else here? I already checked this, right? So now we're at 12,000. Okay, let's go take a look at the ruins of Ironheart's Keep. Actually, take a look from this hill, well, not hill, mountain top. We see nothing. Yeah, okay, so this is not that difficult, except there's ghasts. Several ghasts, so we cannot do that. We cannot. This place, well, it's likely going to be very difficult as well. Let's go take a look. Speedwell Fields. Unreachable Citadel. Some ancient honor guards, dozens of ancient palatini, an ancient decanus, and ancient centurion. Dozens of palatini. Other than that, that's not too bad. 22 to 37 palatini. I must confess, I don't quite remember how tough they are, but they won't be easy. And yeah, if I do take this fight, this is not the time to get Ludger here brain damage. Instead, we would have to use the ultimate top lineup here. I will skip. I will skip. I don't currently want to risk it against that. Oh. Farid has become a drunkard. Well, that's kind of fine. One could even say that's a good event. As long as you don't rely on ranged skill. So for him specifically, that does put him at sub 90, which is a bit low. But okay. And we will accept that. We have the indebted to carry things anyway. And speaking of carrying things, carry a thing. You. Huddy. Okay, let's see if I can find something else. There are of course, well, also yes, there is the Artifact Reliquary. I don't quite remember how that fight works, but I guess we could now do it since we're here, not sure. But it's not going to be the time to get the brain damage, I don't think, or try to get it, because I don't quite remember, like I said, how it works. Also, we'll wait for daytime before we go. So, no one's currently going to use the nice flail from this. Okay, so, yeah, use it out. Let's bring you in. Do I still bring Leonhard in? Nice to have some options for one. Also, yes, Ludger, please step out. And I guess, yeah, that's the top lineup. Okay, we'll just use the top lineup. I think I could do this without the top lineup, but like I said, it's been a while since I did this. And I've only done it, I think, once or maybe twice. So, yeah. So I know there's the nasty, mean, evil guy who's going to be wielding the flail, and then there's some others. And was it so that you need to kill the others so that the nasty mean guy doesn't respawn or something? Something like that. I guess we'll find out together. Well, if you're watching this, you may very likely actually know more about this fight than I do. Anyway, since now I have the... Well, I have so many actual frontline capable people, It gets a little bit unwieldy here. But we'll go in like this, I guess. Okay, I suppose I'll read this time, since I've only read it once, I believe. The estate towers over the area with pure cut stoneworks and colored roofing tiles. It has something most royalty cannot afford, which is a sense of taste. With grass trimmed low, the lawn seemed almost like a footprint onto an unkept land. Statues of people dot the landscape, capturing poses both regaling and regretful. Amidst the crowd of sculptures are hitches cut into the shapes of animals and fountains with clear water in them. The company stands outside a black fence, idling and staring through the bars like farm animals. Hakon shakes his head and spits. Yeah, it's all quite pretty and all, but no deep pocket fark is just gonna leave the front gate open like this for no reason, you know. I think either somebody has already ran through the place, or something awful inside, and it don't mind the occasional innocent passerby. Well, we're hardly innocent now, are we? You agree. When looking further in, you can see the path leads to a bowled-out decline, as if the guards had knuckled a bit of the earth itself, with overhangs and escarpments encircling the area. If you're going to explore such a place, you know in your heart that you might not make it back. You could still leave now and return later. Onward! You ordered the company into the moon-like escarpment. Suddenly a man wearing a tall black helm swings himself around a statue. He wields an unusual staff, a trail of green mist wafting behind its glassy top. Welcome! Have you come to understand my work? It is in the warmth of mothering that one finds the primal instincts, the flashes of intellect, which all creatures from the feeblest worms to the most soaring birds understand, and without which man shall never have supremacy over all things. I, a man, am mother now. I, a man, have broken the order, and on this instinct native to all creatures, I shall rise, wombless, ascending above the architecture of nature herself, and become nurturer to all. I, the Grand Diviner, the one who shall moisten this dry earth with manifestations. Monologuing madmen wielding strange staffs rarely have good intentions. You draw your sword, and seeing your blade, the Grand Diviner goes quiet. He nods and swings his arms wide, a flash of green sparking from his staff. Creatures like those you've seen before, gelatinous, bulbous assemblages of vague appendages all start shuffling out from behind the statues. More yet encircle the entire company, occupying spaces on high, settling themselves onto the lip of the escarpments like visitors in a coliseum, ever ready to watch a good fight. The Grand Diviner grins and points his staff at you. Smile, sellsword, for when you die, I shall mother you back into this world, and you shall find nurture in the bosom of my power. Sure, buddy. Sure. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of like a gladiator arena. And we see the whole field. So where is the Grand Diviner? There you are. So yeah, he wields the sensor of the Diviner, which we used in the gladiator run a while. Well, I guess you could say a long while back. That's pretty nice. He has adrenaline. Okay, he has 115 hit points. He's nimble. Diviner's Fury. Castigate and sensor strike cost -2. So that means he can attack twice. He also can Corpse Explosion. We have Fault Finders and we have Flesh Golems and Greater Flesh Golems. So yes, if I remember correctly, he respawns as long as there's Flesh Golems still in the field. But we'll see. So how many greater ones? 2? So they are kind of battle-forged. 700 hit points. Anyways, this will surely go well. Surely. Are you waiting? You're not waiting. Actually, there's 3 greater flesh columns. Oh, 12 action points. 12 action points for the regular ones as well. So will you be in my face in a moment? We shall see. You're waiting. How rude. How about the greater ones? Tempted to just go in here. Use the second wind to begin this. But let's not. Okay, so he does have the AoE reach attack. So he can move here and reach attack there. That's not going to be fun. He only has 80 melee skill though. That's semi-low. Also yes, these guys can do flesh pull. So we'll see. Oh, are you doing nothing? Or are you... No, you're doing nothing. Okay. Well, I guess I could... He can be stunned. Surely, right? I guess we just go in. So these guys, these big ones... Spike. So is this like a split attack? 3 enemies in a line, so that's kind of similar to the... Why am I blanking? Similar to the Battle Brothers Ents. What the hell are the Scruts? The Scrut attack, yeah. Anyways, Flurry, 12 AP. Also melee AoE. Clout, 4 AP attack. Anyways, we should be powerful enough to deal with this place, surely. Anyways, can you be stunned? It seems you can. So now you're stunned, but you will be coming back. Not that I want you to come back, but I think that's going to happen. I guess I could have just killed him pretty easily here, the first incarnation. Anyways, I think I'll just reposition Helmer. Will not use any abilities yet. Move there. And most of us should be faster than the flesh golems. At least this one. This one has 35 initiative. This one has 35. Okay. And also, yes, we have Vigilant with Bird Wind, so if I really wanted to, I could just stay here, stay put, and keep some action points. He can't do much at the moment. I guess he does just reposition, though. He just moves. Maybe like here, though. Okay, you engage there, I'd say. We don't need to use nets yet, but we'll keep that as an option, obviously. So greater flesh columns have 70 melee skill, 6 reach. Guess I'll send Leonhard here against this one by himself. What I'll do with Carolus is just stay there though, since he also has Vigilant. And we'll do something when we see where this one wants to go. Also, yeah, these won't be weapon attacks, will they? As far as I understand it, they aren't weapon attacks, so parry doesn't actually work. Anyways, Dieter, move there. Okay, now things are happening. We're being grabbed. And that also staggers, yes. So I don't need to worry about the Grand Diviner for now. Also, this stun still lasts, right? Because you're not resilient. No, you are resilient. Never mind. Never mind. So it wears off and then you become immune. Well, I guess I could kill his current incarnation already. Or at least get to it. Like so. Okay, throws. What was the ability? And the chance. Corpse hurl. You don't have a corpse, you silly boy. Chance 65. Damage isn't that bad, but we don't have steel brow, so it's not nice. So yeah, these things don't have weapons. MSU do that. He's laughing because he's going to come back. He's there. So yeah, he takes the place of a fault finder. Okay, so yeah, he'll just keep coming back with that. He's also confident for some reason. That's his kink. Getting sliced and stabbed and... well, you get the meaning. You get the idea. Okay, pretty low chance there. Horik was also in the line of fire though. Does dodge. I could use a net if I'd like, but they only have... well, 25 plus underdog. Yeah, I'll use a net. Let's make this simpler, I guess. Greater Flesh Golem. I guess we engage with Carolus and Randolph as well. We need to deal with them, obviously. Alright. So yeah, it's a bit messy. It's a bit messy when you can't control where your guys end up. So if I send Dieter on this guy, then it kind of defeats the purpose of Leonhard going this way. But I guess I will, since he's here. We do need to kill all of them. So let's get to it. Send Leonhard this way. He's out on his own. So if I step here with Randolph, that's a bit dangerous, but I think I'll still do it. Alright. So now I could start using things like Blitzkrieg if I'd like. How about just Voice of Davkul though? Or Onslaught? I'll do Onslaught. Nothing else for now. Alright, and Farid. 48 melee defense. Let's go here. Up against this one. 34. I'll use the adrenaline this time. Alright, he tried. He tried his best. Now if I want to keep on attacking twice with Fahad, I don't actually move with Bertwin, or I move there. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. These things, flesh cradles. Yeah, they can be exploded by the fault finders. It's not that bad, though. How are you over there, though? Well, he's over there. Okay, almost. Well, it's not looking great for Randolph here, actually. I could actually try to move there. Since the Grand Diviner is also coming in and he's not in a nice spot. I'll try it. He fails. 31. Now things are happening. Okay, one down, so this one can be exploded as well. Anyways, we need to save Randolph. But it kind of makes more sense maybe for Horik. I don't know. To go up against this one. Maybe not. Nah, let's help out here. So move like there. He's taking a bit of damage though. Grand Diviner has 66 initiative. I'm a little bit worried for Randolph. I may have even gotten him killed in this battle. If I want to use Hold Steady, which I suppose I do, I also need to backup plan, because he's out of range. So move here and then he's in range. Okay, well, we'll see. Okay, hits, but only once. Still, 41s. I may have screwed up. And Hakon not having Pathfinder is really struggling because of that. One use of anticipation remaining. Yeah, I'm not doing all that well here. Made some mistakes, I'd say. Anyways, I'm considering just recovering, despite having 12 action points. Could also move here. This is a somewhat aggressive move, but might keep Randolph safe. Might have to pay with some hit points for doing that, but as long as everyone survives... So I will. You continue here. Bertwin, I suppose, helps out against the Flesh Golem. Though he has to move next to a Flesh Cradle for that, but it's not that much damage. I mean, this is a really nasty spot that I allowed this Flesh Golem to take. So that's not fantastic. Oh well, we'll have to team him. Carolus, please team him. Come on, Carolus, god damn it. 95, okay. Alright. I'll use a net next round, I guess. Oh, and you managed to hit the 5%. How fair. No fair! Where's the referee? Referee, they're cheating. They're cheating. Come on. Oh, and you've been moved there. Oh, god damn it. I'm getting annoyed. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I am. Anyways, I think we'll once again... Well, actually, no. I can't go for a stun because I'm out of fatigue there. Anyways, Sven. Sven, what will you do? So he does have Pathfinder. He also has the capability of disarming, so I could disarm maybe the Grand Diviner, but he's far away. So this one is still not exploded, and it's a miasma zone. How annoying. There's a Fault Finder here, there's two of them there. I guess I could go for them. So go for them. Can I attack twice if I move there? No. But I'll still move there, I guess. I could also knock this away from that, though. Can I? No, I can't. I cannot. I cannot. Why is that? I don't see anchor. I don't know. I cannot use repel. Well, we just attack then. It's a 95. And then I guess we take the high ground. We had the 95 anyway, so I didn't take it earlier. Randolph has lost his Whirling Death. Do these attacks stagger you? Or why did you lose it? I don't see anything that would stagger, so did I just miss it? Anyways, I think we'll just attack here instead of other options. Okay, Bertwin, now it's time to shine. It's time to shine. Shine on, you crazy darling. Okay, so this is 12. And now you switch. There you go. Cannot use the passing step though. And running out of fatigue. Definitely running out. So yeah, we'll probably need to recover. Alright. Okay. Anyways. The small ones aren't that big of a deal. Big one hits 32. Okay, time to Voice of Davkul. And I can go for a stun now since I Voice of Davkul, so I will. You are stunned again. Alright. Move there. 70% only. And you miss again. Come on, Farid. Okay, so it kind of makes more sense to kill the Fault Finders first, so I guess I actually ignore the Grand Diviner here and instead go for this one. So 55 melee skill for the Flesh Golem, yeah, do your worst. Well, don't, but try. Please try. Or actually no, don't even try. You know what I meant there. Anyways, let's see here. So for Hodge. Go for these ones. Alright, so Randolph is alive. He's a bit damaged, but he's alive. So now we just move the hell away from this. And start moving on some of the other targets. And I guess I do the same with Horik. So the Grand Diviner also has an injury. This one won't really help us that much though. Because I don't want to kill him yet. I just want to weaken him. Ideally. Though I guess we'll at some point just kill him, of course. If it comes to it. But yeah. The ideal situation, of course, is that the Fault Finders will be dead. Also, yes, I've been forgetting kind of that Mattis has the second wind ability. Bertwin... I guess he could attack. I'll just recover though. Recovering every once in a while is no big deal, I guess. Speaking of recovering. 52 and you miss again. Well, you are overwhelmed for 3 times. Guess I'll use this. That helps. Okay, you just ignore that and go for these. There you go. All right. Yeah, the Engard recover action points whenever opponents miss against you. That's surprisingly good. Initially I thought that's only when you use Riposte, but it's actually not. So it will eventually, at some fights, make a huge difference for Bertwin, I'd say. Anyways, I'll actually use the Riposte, sure, since it's... Well, actually, is your initiative even higher? Well, it is, yes. So that might come into play. Okay, finally we've managed to hit with Farid. Good job, Farid. I'm proud of you. Horik just moves. Randolph. I don't know. Just attack this guy. This thing. Excellent work. There's one Fault Finder left. Yeah, just move there. Alright. So, if I kill it now, it just comes back here. And I cannot stun. It's going to be... well, he's going to be immune. So I wait. You wait. It's the head there. That's not good. Well, we're still fine. We're still fine. We're going to win this without casualties, I'd say. Oh, well, yeah. 87 times 2 miss. Anyways, now can I stun you? Yes. We'll wait before I kill this guy. So, yes, I could have done it already, and then if he spawns here, well, he will spawn there, then it's kind of fine. It's kind of fine. Okay, there we go. So now if I kill you... Are you gone for good? You seem to be gone for good. Okay, well, there we go. So... 8 enemies supposedly remaining, but it's actually 1. So yeah, there we go. Not too bad in the end. Didn't quite remember how it works though. We get a lot of strange meat. We get ropes of divination, so like an okay nimble armor. And a couple of occult ropes, which won't be used at this point. Howl of divination, also an okay nimble helmet. And of course we get the weapon. The diviner is found in the mire of his creatures, a wounded man strewn across the afterbirth of his own manifestations. His heavy helmet guards his neck, but you simply crouch down and lever the point of your sword under it, like lifting a bucket with a dagger. He coughs and says, "You can't truly kill me no more than you can kill Mother Nature." You nod and drive the steel through his chin until you hear its tip touch the top of his helm. Blood spews over the neck guard. Standing, you say, "I am Mother Nature." What a one-liner. Mattis laughs. "Nice line, Captain. Sorta dumb if you think about it too much, but..." You cut the sellsword off and tell him and the rest of the men to loot the place. Surely the Gothic estate has some valuables that will have made this venture worthwhile. As for the diviner's curious staff, still yet swirling with a faint green glow, you have it taken to inventory. As you prepare to leave, a report comes in that a number of the flesh golems ran out of the Gothic estate and fled into the wild. Their progenitor is dead, but it seems you may still yet continue to find his creations. At least the most monstrous of the lot is dead. Okay, so no one's going to be using that weapon just yet, but I suppose we should be using it at some point. Mainly for the castigate ability, I'd say. Does the sensor strike also have a range of 2? Yes. Now, what I remarked during the Gladiator playthrough, where we had this weapon, is that while it's a good weapon, the noxious fumes are actually just kind of a hindrance and an annoyance to you. They don't actually help, really. It's mostly just, yeah. Would prefer the weapon without that. It is what it is, though. So that's that done. We find a defiled battlefield. Very similar to the one that we saw earlier here. No, this one, the Unreachable Citadel. It's a bit easier though. There's only a few Ancient Honor Guards. Okay, at some point I'll probably do these battles, but not now. Not now. We see unhold tracks, we see unholds. There are 7 to 10 unholds. I guess we'll fight them. It's a leveling fight. Okay, Hakon's helmet is damaged. Some other stuff is a little bit damaged. Chase them until it's morning. For no... not necessarily a good reason, but I will. And I guess we leave out Hakon or give him another helmet. I'll leave out Randall for a leveler. I'll leave out Mattis for... I guess Ludger could die here, sure. We'll send him to his death, though this is... it's a little bit dangerous to kill him here. A little bit, just a little bit. So you don't... No, you do have steel brow. So this is weight 2. And this one is weight 2, but it's 90 durability. This one has 93. I guess it's fine in this fight to have it at that condition. Okay, so 2 levelers are still not in the lineup. Can I fit them in comfortably? Let's leave out Sven. Yeah, Sven. For Swain, there's a difference. Raban could still be in, but since I'm getting Ludger here killed... I'll actually do this. You can have that. You can pretend this is more protection. But it's also lighter, so you die easier, and I don't need to spend as much tools in repairing it. 135.9. Yeah, that's kind of similar to this one. So it can be up to 10. So I think we leave out... Well, actually, let's read it like this. Let's leave out Walther. Let's bring in Raban, who's a bit more useful in this battle. Eight on-holds. Alright. Best of luck to you, Ludger. He's going to flank this one. He's not dumb yet, but by God, I will try to make him dumb. We'll see if I actually do get him killed like this. He has a chance to not die. If I hold steady and use riposte, that could be somewhat good. But you don't have underdog. Guess we use Blitzkrieg. I think we use Blitzkrieg already. Okay, let's see about this. That's a bit far. I don't know. I'll still do it. I think we'll be fine. Let us riposte with this. 4 AP, 1 AP. Yeah, I can do this. Now you riposte there. Will it matter that he's riposting though? We shall see. And also, yes, if only one Frost Unhold is going for Ludger, then he's actually semi-likely to survive this. I guess I can do a cheesy thing though. I can do a cheesy thing. You'll see. Alright, so backup plan and use the hold steady. Okay, so it's a start, but... Ludger, what are you doing? Why are you trying to outmaneuver a Frost Unhold? You're level 1. Why? Why would you do this, Ludger? Are you brain damaged? Anyways, I forgot. Yes, I'm a bit brain damaged because I've given Vigorous Assault to Raban, but I didn't actually use it there. But yeah, I rotated. Anyways. Ludger, no! He's alive! He's alive! He has a chance. He does have a chance. Will he make it? Oh no! He's smashed. Oh, he's dead. Okay, rest in peace. Well, there we go. We tried. I mean, that's almost brain damage. His brain is certainly damaged. So, yeah. So that's like... What was it? 8,000? Kind of wastage. Well, I hope you got some enjoyment out of that. He certainly didn't. Anyways, let's see here. So now I can, yes, I can do that since I have Vigorous Assault. Get riposte, fooled. I mean, ripostered fool. Something like that. Yeah, fatigue would be nice. Like, 50 more fatigue would be very nice. Anyways, Farid is actually doing pretty well here with the fatigue. Okay, one more. Just one more. Oh, I can't use pummel. Why can I not use it? Oh well. Well, rest in peace, Ludger. Oh, Walther, why do you care? Okay, anyways, level up for Raban. Level 10. Okay, I will take this melee defense. I'll also take the fatigue roll here. Kind of once more. Okay, so he will get one more perk point. So what will I take here? So formidable approach is an option, but he's mostly trying to stay in the backline, in which case this does nothing. Colossus is fine. Oh yeah, and I gave him backstabber so he can more reliably hit things. Small target is fine. Killing frenzy is fine. So yeah, I guess it's probably between those options. I'll get Colossus. Swain also levels, level 7. More hit points, melee skill, and fat. And takes nimble. Okay, that's a bit heavy, but it's fine. Okay, let's take a look here. Camp of the Ancestors. Alright, but this is actually doable. I think we'll do this. We'll do this. So there's up to 16 chosen, one of them a champion. A few armored unholds, a few armored frost unholds. Honestly, this seems pretty easy. We'll see though. I've been wrong multiple times in the past. But while I say it's easy, we use the top lineup. We definitely use the top lineup, so... Raban, I guess you're probably not in the top lineup. You step out. Sven, not Swain, is in. And we want Randolph in for Swain. So Raban is not useless here though, since the Spirit Blade is pretty good against these opponents. Also, I will wait before we attack, because stuff is damaged. Sunrise. Okay, so it's going to be daytime. We have the net option with Mattis. Bahad is in the back line, Horik is in the back line, that's fine. Ideally, Leonhard can tie up some unholds. So yeah, we'll see. I might get someone killed here, but that's exciting now, isn't it? Surely. Okay, let's camp. Hopefully their lineup doesn't change as I camp here. Let's take a look after the next tick. Fixed, fixed, not fixed. Not quite fixed, not quite fixed. Okay, we'll wait for a bit more. I want to be at 100% or nearly there. That's going to take a while though. I don't really have that many other options for armor, so while I'm wasting time, which I shouldn't be doing perhaps, I will waste the time. 91%. That seems to be the only damaged item, so I guess now we go. Now we go. I'll put Carolus here. I don't know if that makes sense, but he has underdog, so on that flank. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'll put Mattis here as well. Something like that, maybe? It's a bit crowded here. Bahad over there. Has the lineup changed? No. Okay. Our first big barbarian fight. Let's see. 22 enemies. Alright. And only 12 of us, but 2 of them are dogs. You just activate that. Probably do nothing else. Just end there. Okay, Frost on hold, Frost on hold. So ideally we could get Leonhard indoming like there. But unless I use Blitzkrieg, it's not going to happen. Also the tile is going to be blocked, most likely. And also, yes, Hakon has the anti-stun amulet, the Orc Trophy. And you need to go away, dog, and I want to keep decisiveness, but do I actually move there instead of elsewhere? I think yes. It's also confidence. Bertwin waits. Okay, so we see the champion. He has a famed axe, which most likely won't be used, but it might be used. Shield Breaker of Defiance. Okay, now, if only I had rotation, I would rotate there. So you have decisive, but I'll still wait with you. And also, yes, last time I played Reforged, unholds were unnettable, but at least in Hardened you can net them. Yeah, the problem here is, well, can I reach this and use the indom? Probably not, right? Okay, so we probably just let them advance on us for the most part, but I want to do something with Hakon so that I don't get stunned, so probably just move him like there. And we'll use Blitzkrieg, etc. later on. Can I hit over these? It seems I can. So I can move here and attack. That's a bit ambitious though. Especially when I don't quite see the full battlefield yet. It is ambitious. I can't attack over this though. That's a bit annoying, perhaps. So it seems to be 4 unholds in total. This one we likely have to kill. This one will ideally just hold in place with Leonhard. So yeah, if I could get to that spot and indom, that would be very lovely. But sadly it doesn't look like I can quite do it. And if I just move there, then it's very likely that the Frost Unhold just flings Leonhard over its shoulder. And while we might be able to handle that spot with Leonhard specifically, I would like to not attempt it. Starting to lose my voice a little bit. Sorry about that. Anyways, so Fahad. I'll just wait and see what happens here, I guess. So yeah, I don't want to engage here with Carolus. It kind of works out for us since he has the Vigilant. I guess we could just move Leonhard in in front here. That's kind of good enough, maybe. So move him like there, maybe. Because if I move anyone there, then yes, the Frost Unhold likely just flings them over. Anyways, apologies for taking so long here. I don't want to get anyone killed because I didn't take the time. But yeah, I think I'll just hold with Carolus. So just end there. And for it, now what I could do, if I really wanted to, is move here and add Adrenaline. That's ambitious, but it is something I could try. But I don't think I want to try it. It's yeah, like I said, it's quite ambitious. Works very well until it doesn't. So let's not. So we'll use the hold steady at what point? I think next round. Ideally I use that before the unholds can do anything though. Which means... I guess he does have... well, no. Doesn't have the initiative since I waited. So I could use the Blitzkrieg already, but then it's kind of a waste. It's kind of a waste. So I think we just then position in a way which mostly prevents the stuns. Anyways, you wait. Could, of course, go in with Dieter. Once again, ambitious though. If this were not an unhold, maybe that would be the best plan. If that makes any sense, because they cannot throw you. The Chosen cannot. And I definitely don't want Dieter getting stunned. Why does this cost action points? It shouldn't cost anything. Okay, that's a visual bug, I guess. Well, movement costs that, yeah. Okay, never mind. Anyways, do I even benefit from doing this? Not sure if I really benefit. The Chosen are a little bit like glass cannons. Like, now they're kind of sturdy, yes, but they could be far sturdier. The armor is really medium, not really heavy. Even Broker kind of has medium armor. Anyways, I think I just moved back here. So we want to take the stun with Hakon, so he moves there. Anyway, so if I move here, I cannot indom, so I think we move there specifically. And Leonhard might get stunned, but it's kind of fine, so you do that. Hakon here. Orc trophy. So what can happen, I guess, is that the armored unhold here moves there and flings Hakon there, and then he's effed. That can happen. That can definitely happen. That would not be nice. So instead I could move like here or here, but that means Horik gets stunned. That's also not good. Oh well. Maybe I shouldn't have positioned in a way that I did with Horik. Now hold steady does kind of take care of all of that. But yeah, if I want to guarantee I get to use that, I either use it now or I use Blitzkrieg. And the Blitzkrieg is a no from me, dog. At this point, we wait with that. Okay, never mind. I'll accept it that Horik... then again, Farid is also behind him. Have I entirely screwed the positioning up already? Well, surely not entirely. If only I knew how likely it was that the fling back is the choice for the unhold. Anyways, Horik acts before, actually. I can move back with him, so it's fine. Okay, let's move Hakon here. And Helmer, you do nothing, I'd say. You just observe the battlefield and look pretty while doing it. Feels a bit weird to do nothing, of course, but you do nothing. Bertwin as well, do nothing unless you step behind there. I don't know, we might be getting someone stunned in this battle, well, next round. Which is obviously not what we want, but I'm hesitant to walk up to them and I want to use the hold steady later, so it is what it is. Guess it's fine to move on the Warhound. We're going to be too far away from the tactician abilities though if I do that. I don't really care about the Warhound being there much. I don't know. Do nothing. So yeah, I could use a net. I could have used a net on the Armored Frost Unhold, but let's not. Just checking if this guy has Vigilant. He does not. Guess we want to net Procor, maybe this one, so I'll move like on this, well, into the middle. Fahad here. So yeah, I think made an error with Horik positioning like I did. Oh well. So if Fahad is there, that's kind of fine. It's 3 allies guaranteed. Well, more than 3. Farid. So I need to move Horik out of the way for Farid to be able to actually get anywhere useful, or I move him to the flank here. But yeah, this weapon is obviously best used against the heavy armor targets and the Chosens. So where will I put you? I also don't have the rotation, so if I move Horik out of the way, how likely is it that I get to attack something next round? Someone ends up there. Or here. Or if somehow Leonhard gets knocked away, someone ends up there somewhere. I don't want to move there, nor can I. I've kind of boxed him in. It's a little bit awkward, to say the least. And that's a 6 AP ability as well. I guess I can move on someone and use Adrenaline, but that's not going to happen because I'm going to use Blitzkrieg next round, I'd say. So is there a possible point in moving on this flank? I think I just hold there and we'll see. Okay, stunned on Leonhard. Now that's not fantastic, but it's fine. However, this Frost Unhold is going to jump there. And that's potentially more stunning. Never mind, it did not. It for some weird reason decided to do that. I'll lower the combat speed. Okay, so it's getting hectic here. Actually, I'll make it all the way down to 1 for now. So no one else is stunned, so it kind of worked out what I did with Hakon. Will I get a target with Forage? We'll see. So why was Horik acting afterwards? After the unholds? Well, I guess it just happened. Anyways. Yeah. Weird choice by the Frost Unhold going there. Sven is going to be swarmed, so he might even die. Since so many of them decided to flank there, but he can disarm people. Anyways, now it's Blitzkrieg time. And it's also Onslaught time, I'd say. Carolus is, for some reason, wavering. Come on, Carolus. 68 resolve. So you're going to use Blitz and Adrenaline. It seems the majority of them will not, though. Rokor the Beast is going to do it, but he's likely going to be dead, so it won't matter. Anyways, Carolus, do you begin already? Or do we wait? I think I wait with him. Because I can get a 95 chance if I wait, probably. So if I make room, does that help? If I hit this guy once, and then kill the dog, and then move away, I can go in with Farid so he doesn't waste his turn. I think that's his best shot of getting to do something. So hit this guy because of the formidable approach, so he doesn't have as high of a chance. Though moving away is perhaps not a smart idea. 41 melee defense. Against the cleaver. So yes, these are 6 AP weapons. Okay, yeah, the damage is not nothing. I just want to be able to attack with Forage. Is that too much to ask? Well, since I positioned like the bozo, maybe it is. Yeah, now that this happened, I'm not sure if I made the right call with Leonhard. Then again, how could I know that the Frost Unhold would do that? It's not the end of the world if I don't get to attack with Farid, but I really would like to get it going. Can't get anyone out of the way here, can I? Unless I kill this, and then if Fahad can move like there? I mean, maybe. Well, I can wait with both of these guys, so I wait. Peter doesn't wait. Not yet. He starts waiting now. Okay, Berthwin, it's time to show these stupid barbarians what you're made of. Now you switch weapon. Well, there you go. That clears space, so now... Well, then again, it doesn't matter because, yeah, I'm a fool. Because, of course, the target is dead. However, can this guy move there? Potentially, yes, but then again, he'll be there, and Fahad will be stuck in place again. I guess I just moved there with Berthwin. I guess I just do that. Already getting fatigued out, of course, because Berthwin is ludicrous. So if I block that, that's probably better. So where will this guy decide to go, if so? There's also this one. Anyways, it's probably better to block that, so they likely go for a flank or go for the middle... Well, then again, can't get through there. There's just 3 there. That's why I positioned Horik where he is. Even though in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have. Anyways, I think we'll get through this, like... I mean, maybe Sven will. Is your name Sven? Yes, it's Sven, it's not Swain. That's the other guy. Maybe he'll die. don't know. Should I just allow one of them to walk there? Maybe. But yeah, if this spot... Not then again, what the hell am I doing with Farid? I guess he goes for this flank. Well, technically yes, he can attack something. He can attack the Warhound. He can do that. I guess he's positioned in a place where that makes maybe the most sense. So he kills the Warhound, steps there with Vanquisher, and then next round he can go for this Chosen or something. Anyways, it's like, whatever. Do I use the passing step here to move or not? It does take fatigue, it seems. So I guess I don't. Let's just wait. And indeed, there you are. There you are. There you do be. Okay, I'll try to disarm this guy. 69. Success. Don't disarm this one, but maybe disarm this one. So yes, if I disarm him, then Carolus has essentially no risk walking away. But then again, Farid acts first, so it won't matter in that way. So it's kind of a waste, a little bit. If I want to keep the decisiveness, or rather to get it going, I just do something here, but it's also maybe a good idea to just wait and disarm this Chosen. Maybe that's better. I mean, it's not guaranteed to succeed. I'll wait though. You're going there. I need to remember Mattis has second wind. Do I use a net on this guy? Getting rid of him here is kind of important. I will use a net. Now we have a 95. I think we go for him. Twice there. And then you just end because... yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a fool. I'm an absolute fool. Farid had not acted yet. I'm making a ton of micro mistakes here. These are not big ones, but they're micro mistakes. So yeah, I could have gone for the disarm and then Carolus kills the dog, moves there, and then I go bonk this guy. That would have been better, I think. And now I can't do it because Carolus acts in 7 and Sven acts in 11, so that's out of the question. So I guess I just go for the Warhound, as we discussed. Okay, I'll just do it. You step there like that, and then end. We'll see if this guy is alive in a moment. Probably not. Okay, you've done that. Can't do anything else, it seems, since I don't have 3 allies. That's another mistake I made, it seems. Maybe I should have waited with Farid. Okay, the mistakes are piling up. They're certainly piling up. I wonder, can I move away from this 63? It's possible. So I could move... Well, then again, do I even benefit from that? Maybe a little bit. If I get flung back there, that's pretty bad, because the Frost Unhold is there, and also there's a Chosen there. I'll probably kill this pretty soon, though. Pretty soon. I'll try it, I think. It's also an inspiring presence to consider, though. Well, for Carolus, it's a very good one. Hit by a 33. Okay, well, fair enough. Not fun, but fair enough. Okay, 65 only. 50% survival instinct. Son of a something. I think I still go for it. Okay, success. So, Dieter obviously kills this guy, but I could also activate Berserk with him. Interesting. Is it? Maybe it's not. Which one is better? I think I just bonked this guy already. I could also stun him, maybe that's the best option, though I'm using the Blitzkrieg, right? I'm already using the Blitzkrieg, so no stunning. Okay, Carolus got a 93, he did not improve his morale state. Anyways, this guy is toast. Also, that was only 85, so wasn't guaranteed. And Dieter's parry does not work against beasts. Non-weapon attacks, so we'll see how this goes, but yeah, we have other weapons here as well to deal with the huge armor. Anyways, Bertwin, I guess you move in. And do nothing else. Alright, so Farid probably just goes for it immediately. Now that's a bit of a dangerous move though, but yeah. Even so, I think I go for the... Then again, should I use maybe Linebreaker here? That definitely puts Sven at risk. He doesn't have Underdog, for example. That's one thing he lacks among many. Anyways, do I care? No, I don't. I think he dies. He dies. So let's not. Anyways, Mattis just repositions, I'd say. Where are you the most needed? Probably to the north, actually. Anyways, yeah, I could have played this battle a lot better, but it's looking like there's a very good chance that no one actually dies. We'll see, we'll see. So he has 2 nets left. I guess for safety reasons, safety for Farid, for example, I should go north. Alright, okay, this is a bit awkward. Wait, Randolph? If I wait, I lose 1 stack of Unstoppable. Well, that's not too bad. Okay, well, I guess I wait. For it, I guess you do this. Does hit it. I'll go ahead and use Adrenaline already. They will probably cheat with that as well. And this guy dies pretty easily. Go for the unhold now. Nice headshot. Very nice. And now we also hold steady. And I could use a net on a Chosen. Try to prevent Farid from being hit. That's a good idea, I'd say. Let's use a net, obviously. Then I probably stop using nets. Tempted to use the decapitation. But I don't know. Okay, I'll use it once. Not dead. I could still use riposte. Do I want to? I think it does nothing. Very nearly nothing. So is anyone going to kill this one? This unhold? If no, then it does do something. It looks like no, actually. Okay, fine, I'll use it. Carlos, I think, waits instead of going in. This guy's alive. Is he going to be alive? Yes, he's going to be alive. Start doing things slowly. But oh, never mind. I forgot. Horik. Horik actually acts after. Whoopsie daisy. Once again a mistake. However, I can attack this guy or this. That's going to be a berserk activation though, so I think I go for this armored unhold here. I don't want to waste the riposte, which is maybe a poor reason, but anyway. Do that. And now it's there. Bomb plating is gone. If this hits, then it's pretty nasty. They don't even go for the hit. Well, I got the riposte kill, so it didn't do nothing. Also, are you going to use... No, you're not, so you're just going to die pretty easily. Though Horik is once again staggered. Or still staggered. Once again staggered. Alright, actually blocking this might make some sense. So they don't get to team up on Sven. However, if I do that, then the Frost Unhold can take this spot. I mean, it's going there or where you are now, Leonhard. I think I just hold where I am, probably. Though I can block? Yes, I can block if I move Carlos there, unless the armored unhold just flings him over. We definitely want Carlos's damage against the Chosen. Can't really rely on Farid here surviving for that long. And also, yes, this one is still to act. Potentially nasty. This guy is going to use adrenaline, but we can hit him next round ideally. Well, maybe, hopefully we can hit him. I could also use Carolus there. Leonhard, you just stay put, I think. Oh, and this... Somewhat annoying. I guess I actually move there then with Randolph. Oh, Beastmaster's fleeing. Okay, 23 dodge. Important one. If I move in, I cannot shatter, so maybe I don't. Well, I can shatter. But I shouldn't. And again, I don't need to shatter. I can use the Smite plus Pummel, right? Okay, just move in. That's your job. This is semi-ambitious. But Carolus is semi-sturdy, so go for it. I'm trying to break the shield. I guess that's a good thing. How's it holding up? 38, so it might break. Going for the flanking maneuver. That's not fantastic for us. Acts in 4, acts in 1. Vanquisher would be nice to help out, yes, but that's a dangerous spot to take. Then again, it's also the highest chance to hit. So we go for it. And then I try to pummel this guy, I guess, afterwards. It also shattered though. Let's take a look here. 77. Shatter is 70, 72, 67. I go for the pummel. Okay, well. Good luck to you for it. You need it. Do I use this again? I think I do. Okay, tiny hit. Just a 33. Yeah, that's nasty. That's good. Kind of good. It's possible I've gotten Farid killed. Yeah, it's not looking good, since I don't have any rotations either. Oh well, that's too bad if so. Well, we can make another Farid if so. Yeah, this was kind of ambitious. Kind of ambitious, I must say. And they are going to adrenaline again, so it's not looking good. He does have the... I did give him that 9 lives though, so that helps. Alright. And yeah, now that I think about it, I made yet another error in this fight, because I didn't take into account the holding steady thing. So I was not in any danger of being knocked away or being flung away, really. Anyways, this guy needs to go. Alright, so disarming would help. But that's also Carlos's damaged target. I could cover ally, that helps. I think I do that. So how much is that? 30, well, no, 33. So the durability is low, so it's possible that it won't last for long. How much is that in fatigue? 23, that's a lot. Dazed. I think that's the best shot probably that Farid has though. He's also completely fatigued out at this point. Understandably so. Could also do the same maneuver with Leonhard though, if I move him here. As long as I manage to move away, so if I disarm this guy, but if I disarm him, he just gets his weapon back, because he's waiting. So it doesn't help. I think I cover ally already. And then I also attack. There you go. About to be completely fatigued out here, but I can attack 3 times, so I guess I should. Well, never mind. I can attack twice because the target is dead. Guess you step there. So, whoopsie daisy. Once again, maybe a mistake, because now I don't have 3 allies for Fahad for next round. Anyways, it's Voice of Davkul time. I can also use the Taunt. That's very nice damage already, though. So if I attack now, I cannot Taunt. Yeah, well, I guess attacking is better. Because I can do it still. Kind of making a lot of mistakes, yeah. Forgetting things and just having trouble. Yes, you do that. Okay, so now I think I'd like to move Leonhard to support here. Can I? Surely I cannot cover ally twice with different people. Maybe you actually can. Though I can't yet, obviously. Anyways, I'll wait with Leonhard. Yeah, it's not looking good for Farid. Not looking good. I guess I could still taunt. Was disabled there earlier, but for some reason, I don't know why, but I can do it now. If it's going to be, let's see, you have lower initiative than I guess the taunt is more of a guarantee. So this guy has minus 48 initiative. So Farid does theoretically act before he does. And he dies very easily. Dies easily, but then again the damage is kind of over here. So in that case, I don't know. I think I go for the taunt. Let's taunt him. And here I could try to move away. So I have 3 allies for Fahad, and I can also potentially finish off this guy. Probably not though. Yeah, that was a mistake, using the passing step there. I should have used it if I'm going to use it here. Was this guy there at the time I used the passing step? I don't remember. Maybe he wasn't. It is one more attack with the nasty polearm though, so maybe I should try it. 67 on 52. I can always move back there once this guy is dead. So I'll do it. Alright, so Leonhard. Oh, if only you had rotation, but you don't. Oh, you had it. You had it available. Why did I not take it? I guess Rebuke would have been the one to skip in that case. Well, that's been a good one as well. Or it might be about to die. Well. Anyways, I think I move away now. Chance 5. $16 miss. goes for that. Farid is alive and his armor is the one that repairs itself. I can't use the pommel though, no fatigue. This guy is taunted, so I go for this one. And I miss. Well, he tried. Well, it seems like cover ally is doing something though, and I can use it from Leonhard. So that's good. Double hit there. Also, let's see. Leave Mrs. Helmer chance 50. Well, yeah, that would have hurt, but it wouldn't really matter in the end, I'd say. Anyways, now I think I just go for damage here, since I'll cover ally with Leonhard. So I did taunt the Chosen, but he did go for a round swing, I guess. So maybe the taunt was completely wasted. Oh well. You do that. And you can attack multiple times, or I could just recover. Yeah, he's gonna get a ton of action points, and he's going to be able to attack a ton of times, provided he can actually have the fatigue, but he doesn't really. So I may have been ambitious here. But he's only level 11, so if I put everything into fatigue instead of hit points, then I suppose it does get better. Anyways, also this is, yeah, it's a bit awkward, unless I get the kill with Hakon there, but which I guess I can get. Anyways, Bertbin, I think you wait. Let's see if someone else can damage this Frostdown mode. So that's Fahad. He should go for it now. Well, I guess that's fine. Even if I miss this one, it's fine. No 3 allies, and you've lost the unstoppable bonus, so you can't attack twice. But if I wait, I lose out on decisive, so I guess you just attack. And speaking of attacking, yeah, this weapon is pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, recover, since I can't use the... Oh, a nice inspiring presence, actually. Go for this one this time. Please die, please die, nice. And then you step there. Okay, it seems we actually do get to keep Farid as well. So, sure, let's still cover ally, I guess. Well, I can wait on that. I don't need to decide yet. I'll just use this weapon since this is the -3 fatigue cost. So I don't know. The combo might... Well, the quick hands might actually not be really worth it here. Since this weapon by itself is pretty good. And the combo occasionally helps, since this weapon has riposte and swing. It helps more by switching the weapons, but the fatigue is so much that I don't know. I don't know, maybe too much. Maybe too pugu. Maybe not enough stamina. Anyways, the battle is over. Oh, god damn it. I'm autopiloting and then I didn't cover ally. Good job, me. Anyways, he's probably fine. Probably. This is 6. This is 7. Well, they still have a chance to kill him. It's a low one. But they have a chance because they can rotate as well. Oh well. Well, that was my bad. God damn it. Moving away. Just attack once. Does not go for the rotation. Okay, it seems we're safe. He only manages to hit his friend. Mrs. Leonhard 5. Mrs. Carlos 18. Mrs. Farid 25. That wouldn't have killed. 5% on Mattis. Alright. Okay, can't really say I played this well. Maybe a couple of okay moves, but end result is good. So yeah, good thing that we can do at least some of these barbarian camps. And if I play better, then maybe we can do even more dangerous ones. Will I be able to play better though? We shall have to wait and see. I don't know, that was like at least 5 mistakes that mattered in that battle, I think. Anyways, sure, you can leave. We're done here. It's over. So there we go. No one levels. Fahad dealt 1500 damage, Dieter 1500 damage, Oric only 976. I think I screwed up the positioning with him. He could have done so much more in this. That was pretty bad. Way too aggressive in the first round, or I should have just chosen to use Blitzkrieg straight away, which would have enabled the use of Hold Steady straight away before the unholds. Hakon dealt 1668, that's the most damage, nice. Bertvin, the sword, 1557. Carolus, the cleaver, 1200. Mattis dealt, once I actually allowed him to attack, he dealt a lot, actually. Well, we saw he was very effective. The damage numbers are low here, though. Farid didn't really do much. Partly due to me and partly due to him. So we get the famed Barbarian Axe. It has lower weight and more armor penetration. So it's not very good. And the inventory is full. Well, we can do things about that. Okay, there we go. There we go. So, went well in the end. Despite some errors, misjudgments. Okay, there we go. So the inventory is full, let's head to civilization. Though I may want to sell the majority of things at Luke instead again. There's also this place which maybe we can do on the way. So we'll see if the selling price here at Thunderstead is tolerable. I mean, I can sell for a lower price, that's fine. These guys have unhold problems. Not at the moment, but maybe after we've visited the other place. Let's get all of your tools. Travel to Eisenholz. No. No. I mean, I could do some undead crisis contracts at some point. Oh, barbarians. Frugar, the Chosen. Several rivers. Well, obviously we'll fight them. The decision to give Farid this armor was both for fatigue and also to keep him alive, and it seems to be working in both fronts, kind of. Still a beggar. I guess if he had died there, it would have been possible to skip the heartbreak of him potentially leaving us due to not being a cultist at some point. We will never know. Anyways. Let's quickly do this fight here and then go to Thunderstead. I want to end the episode there, I think. So, is this a leveling fight? It seems like it is. It seems like it is. So let's put a full leveling lineup in. I will leave out these two. And let's leave out Randolph. Something like that. Time to die, barbarians. Alright, now here we can afford to make some mistakes. I'll still obviously try to avoid them, but no need to be as careful until hindsight tells us otherwise. Okay, we'll probably just use the Blitzkrieg straight away, though they are also using adrenaline, so I don't know. Maybe we won't. So it's only reverse. There's the Chosen, though. The champion, Frugar. Has a famed helmet. Okay, I'll rotate someone like Carolus or Bertwin here. I guess Bertwin. Okay, well, I guess it's time to find out just how good Mattis may be, or may not be. Hits one of them. Sun disappoint. Okay, so am I using the Blitzkrieg already? Guess I could. So I guess we will. That means Farid doesn't use his adrenaline. Okay. Could have used the riposte, but I think unwarranted here. Might hit my own guy. Still go for it. Oh dear. 20% survival instinct. Okay, go for this. Which one? I guess I can do both, maybe. There's the riposte build. Nice. Chances were what? And then Mattis had a 66. Okay. So it's not quite super with this amount of melee skill, obviously, but it's kind of working. He is wavering, though. He do be that. There's a chosen there as well. Okay, I said quickly, but I'm taking some time here. Anyways, whatevers. Okay, just activate that. That's your build, so hopefully you can do something with that. Stunned. It's hit. Yeah, parry doesn't work if you're stunned. What was the chance to stun? 72. Okay. That's quite high. He's in trouble now. Okay. That is also a 2-turn stun. Not fantastic. Remember what I said about hindsight and easy fights? This might be one of those situations. Maybe. Okay. So someone needs to help out there. See who it ends up being. Rotating with Reban makes some sense. Yeah, we might even die with Mattis. Oh well, that's too bad for him. It's too bad for him, if so. Getting stunned does disable the parry. He's nimble though. Acts in 7. Please don't act. Get staggered. Alright, it seems he's safe. Seems like... You don't get away. Also, yes, he's bleeding. Well, for one. Okay, well, there we go. So, kind of ambitious with Mattis against the champion there. But he survives. Famed helmet, 375. That's pretty good. Pretty good. So thank you, barbarians. I am very grateful, I guess. Okay, what the hell? I guess I dumped these. These are worth 500, 600. Okay, I should fit those. That can be done like that. 10. I'm still using those wooden sticks. If I fight Hexen. 57. Okay, whatever. That's good enough. There we go. Okay. So, yes, this should be better than the one we're using here, right? Yes, much better, actually. Though it's lower weight, so I think I want to use it on someone who needs fatigue more, who might have a heavier one. Also, Farid, you've leveled. Okay. Let us level him. More fatigue. Bertwin levels, level 12. Also more fatigue. Okay, let's see here. So, 375, 18. I mean, I could give it to Farid. It's the same weight. Sure. He's currently supposedly helmetless, but yeah. And then we have this one, 347, 18. Yeah, sure. Let's switch that. That's actually thematically fitting as well. Fashion Brothers. So this one, 356, 18. This will get switched at some point. Also, okay, yeah, that's a medium-ish. That's a medium-ish. This one is fine. It has the resolve on it. Okay, I guess this is like a spare in that case. No, that's okay. That's good, even. Alright. Finally to Thunderstead. And I will leave the episode here. Oh, hello. Walther is getting converted. So that's good. Obviously, it would have been better if it would have been Farid the Hammer. But welcome aboard properly. Walther. I'll only put 1+ there for now, because despite having a nice amount of ranged skill, he kind of lacks perks that enable him to do more. We'll see how he works out. Anyways, that's enough for now. I will leave the episode here. I will, I guess, sell some things, but the terrified villagers here are a bummer. Take a look at this contract. So one of them takes care of that. So there's a Tomb of the Old Kings somewhere nearby. Or we just move to Lugnistead next episode. We'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.